From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, September 3rd, 2018. Silver is trading at $14.48 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,201 per ounce. Zen is trading at $19, and the average price of Bitcoin is $7,272. Antiwar.com reports over the weekend the Pentagon announced that they have canceled $300 million in military aid to Pakistan. They say this is because the Pakistan government is not doing enough to support the U.S. war in Afghanistan and to fight militants on the border. This, along with other monies withheld from Pakistan in the past, brings the total cut over the past year to $800 million. Pentagon officials say they are now seeking congressional approval to spend the money elsewhere, though they declined to say on what. The Pakistani government was critical of the move, with one senator noting that the money being withheld was never meant to be aid in the first place, but was rather money owed to Pakistan by the U.S. military for services provided during the war. Yet the U.S. has repeatedly treated this as aid and has withheld, frozen, or outright cut the funding several times in the past. While the U.S. appears to believe this is a simple way to punish Pakistan for not behaving as they'd prefer, it also risks alienating Pakistan and convincing them to stop providing support to the U.S. at all, knowing there's a good chance they'll never get paid for it. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spendabit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spendabit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. Bitcoin merchants, ask about our merchant suite to reach even more customers. Spendabit.co. UPI reports the Trump administration will withhold 100,000 pages of documents related to Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh's White House service, citing executive privilege. William Burke, an attorney for former President George W. Bush, tasked with reviewing the documents, wrote a letter to the Senate Judiciary Committee saying he and his team had provided every reviewable document, excluding exact duplicates of electronic records, personal documents, presidential records outside Kavanaugh's service, and presidential records protected by constitutional privilege. Burke said President Bush directed us to proceed expeditiously and to err as much as appropriate on the side of transparency and disclose, and we believe we have done so. Burke noted that Kavanaugh dealt with some of the most sensitive communications of any White House official as an associate and senior associate White House counsel under Bush. He said the records were provided to the Department of Justice for an independent assessment of its proper categorization and treatment after the White House directed the documents not to be provided to the committee. He added the remaining documents not included also presented functions of the executive office, which are traditionally kept confidential as part of a president's constitutional privilege. Senate Democrat leader Chuck Schumer referred to the decision to withhold documents as a Friday night document massacre. White House Principal Deputy Press Secretary Raj Shah said Schumer's claims were entirely incorrect, saying the Senate Judiciary Committee requested access to any non-privileged presidential records. Kavanaugh's confirmation hearing is set to begin on Tuesday. Born into a devastating world and raised among the crowd, the Cloudwalker assumes a new identity and begins the unrelenting quest for truth. In this epic journey, he discovers dark secrets about aspects of his previous life that he once trusted. Through the journal of the Cloudwalker, he shares both the traumatic hardships and the eternal beauties of his experiences. Fueled in the beginning by his unsettling thoughts and emotions, he learns how to find peace with everything he has woken up to. Dear Society by the Cloudwalker is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. Reuters reports divers searched the Colorado River in Arizona on Sunday for 4 people missing after 2 boats slammed head-on into one another, flinging all aboard into the water, sinking both vessels and injuring 9 people. Police said on Sunday the collision happened on Saturday night near Arizona's border with California when a boat with 10 people and a craft carrying 6 people collided. Several people were rescued by nearby boaters, according to the Mojave County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Doug Schuster said at a news conference, "This is technically a diving mission looking for potential drowning victims." He said it was possible that the missing had made it to the shore. The cause of the accident was under investigation. 2 people were critically injured in the crash, according to the sheriff's office, including one person who was airlifted from the scene with a head injury. The others aboard the boats were not seriously injured and did not need to go to the hospital. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.